By now, it should be clear to anyone who followed the defamation hearing religiously that Amber Heard is very mean at distributing love, and not even the presiding judges were spared. The actress showed that even before the final verdict was read, right before the deliberation break began, to be precise. At the start of the trial, the London field star tried to warm her way into the jury's hearts, so much so that she literally gave her testimony while keeping eye contact with the judges. At one point, Johnny Depp's lawyer Camila Vasquez intervened, urging the actress to stop seeking favors from the bench. But along the way, the love disappeared in thin air, and Amber launched her hate mode, especially to the jury. What changed, and how did the judges take the cold reception? Let's find out. After British supermodel Kate Moss surprisingly testified in favor of Johnny Depp, jurors handling the case began deliberations after hearing the closing arguments from both sides. Attorneys for Depp and Amber summarized the main points of their arguments in the case before Judge Penny Askrit presented the jury with their final instructions and dismissed them from the courtroom. Camila Vasquez said in a rebuttal that the evidence overwhelmingly showed that Amber is an abuser and a liar. She called on the jury to ask themselves why Depp would put himself through all that drama if he were guilty. The ponytailed actor gave Camille a hug after her rebuttal was over. Benjamin Rottenborn, an attorney for Amber, then presented his rebuttal in response to Camille's. He asked the jury to hold Depp accountable for his actions. Stand up for victims of domestic abuse everywhere who suffer in silence, Rottenborn said. Stand up for the freedom of speech, the freedom to speak about your life that the First Amendment protects. Give Amber Heard her voice back. Give Amber Heard her life back. After all the presentations were concluded, everyone clapped for the judges with the exception of one. Well, what do you think is right? Amber Heard. The actress blatantly refused to acknowledge the tireless job the jury had done, sitting, hearing, writing, asking, defending, and doing all the nitty-gritty surrounding such a high-level case. That was the first time the actress openly displayed her disdain for the jurors. Moments later, Depp left the court the same way he arrived, to a crowd of cheering fans. He waved to fans as he drove by. Hundreds of them braved the rain as they waited outside of the Fairfax County Courthouse for Depp and Amber. Two women dressed as mermaids, sitting in chairs with umbrellas, were also spotted making merry of the moment. Amber and her camp believed that the verdict was against her, but come to think of it, Judge Penny Askrit actually saved the broke actress some money. The jury found the actress guilty of defaming her ex-husband and ordered her to pay $15 million in damages, posing financial risks for the already financially struggling 36-year-old actress. Although Amber's wealth is unclear, she has earned millions for her work in TV and films, such as Aquaman and Aquaman 2. She previously received a $7 million settlement from Depp after their 2016 divorce, which she pledged to donate to charities, including the American Civil Liberties Union. During the trial, she said she hadn't yet fulfilled the pledge because of Depp's lawsuit. But testimony during the trial suggested that Amber's career had stalled due to the legal battle with her ex-husband. That may raise questions about whether her pockets are deep enough to cover the damages, which included $10 million compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages, although the judge was good enough to reduce it to Virginia's cap of $350,000 on such awards. The judge's charitability didn't stop at that. Amber was also awarded $2 million in the lawsuit. If the judges were really unfair, like Amber's team purports, she would have received a harsher punishment. Reducing Depp's demand from $50 million to barely under $10 million is more than fair, to be honest. Asked if her client could afford to pay the $10.35 million judgment, Amber's lead attorney, Elaine Bredehoff, told the Today Show, "Oh no, absolutely not." Elaine, who didn't address Amber's financial options in relation to the judgment, also said that the actress's plan is to appeal the ruling. While the Texas native can appeal the verdict, she could be required to post a bond for the full $10.35 million judgment, plus interest as the appeal proceeds. The Justice League star could appeal the verdict in hopes of getting a more favorable judgment and reducing the payment. If she wishes to stay the execution of the $10.35 million judgment, she will likely be required to post a bond. Amber could also opt not to post a bond, but that would allow Depp to execute the judgment. On the flip side, if the actress decides against an appeal but doesn't have enough money to pay the judgment, she could end up with her current and future wages garnished. Amber also has the option of filing for bankruptcy, but she might not be able to discharge the $10.35 million debt through insolvency. That's because a part of bankruptcy law that carves out debt stemming from willful and malicious injury by the debtor to another party. However, Depp would need to raise an objection to her attempt to expunge the debt through bankruptcy, citing the jury's assertion that you can't do anything with malice unless you have the intent. It's possible he could decide against objecting in such a situation. The pirate star could also decide not to execute the judgment, in effect waiving the monetary damages. So, inasmuch as the judge helped Amber reduce what she was required to pay, if she appeals, as she reportedly intends to do, the Freedom Mountain is going to become steeper, and her quest for perceived justice may see her face financial humiliation in front of the whole world. In your opinion, what is Amber's best option? Appeal or out-of-court settlement? Let us know in the comments below. In our upcoming videos, we'll be bringing you more of such amazing content, so be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't get to miss any of them.